So we got some news about our buddy Dan Trachtenberg. It seems he has left Disney, then signed a deal with Paramount, and this happened after Predator Badlands ended up losing money. It says he signed a 3-year deal with Paramount. This would include him directing and producing things for the studio alongside his producing partner Ben Rosenblatt. This would mark Dan's return to Paramount ever since his debut in 2016 with 10 Cloverfield Lane. While Predator Badlands did reach a milestone of making a lot of money compared to other entries in the franchise, other sources are saying it still lost around $80 million when you consider production budget, marketing, and distribution cuts. There is speculation on what he's going to work on at Paramount, maybe Transformers, another Cloverfield, or maybe World War Z. But the big concern here is what this means for the Predator franchise. Well, Disney has a few choices. The first one is they could put the franchise on ice for a few years and wait for a good script to appear from someone, but this would have to be a really good script and have a very good director behind it. They could continue with Dan's original plan and go ahead with a sequel to Prey and bring back Naru. This could tell what happened after the Aucha came to Earth at the end of Prey, and it would fill in the gap to when she was captured and her body was in a cryopod at the end of Killer of Killers. They could also tell a story of when Naru wakes up alongside Dutch and Harrigan and make another animated movie. Let's say, for example, if Disney does make another movie in animation form with Dutch, Harrigan, and Naru, would those actors still agree to voice those characters even though Dan is not there? As a sign of respect, would they say, no thank you, we won't do it, or would they still do it in the end? If Disney does want to make another animated movie with those characters, which would be a first thing, then I think what they could do is maybe, give Dan some kind of incentive because that was his idea in the beginning anyways. So, he kind of brought back Dutch and Harrigan also. So I think it's only fair that maybe they give him some kind of incentive in the end, even though he might not be a part of it. Unless if maybe they wait like a couple of years and then Dan comes back afterwards, we'll see. The deal that Dan has made with Paramount is only for 3 years, but who knows, after this, they could make another deal and he might stay with them. But if he does return to Disney after this, maybe Disney would be willing to let him work on another Pred movie in the future, who knows. They could give the franchise a break for a couple of years, then come back to it later on, or Disney might put it down for a long time and say, let's take a break, we'll come back to this maybe in 10 years or something, or 5 years. There's a few options, but right now, we don't know what Disney is planning for the franchise. But after Badlands was said to have lost around $80 million, I think their best bet now is if they want to continue with the franchise, then of course it has to go back to streaming. That's a safe bet. They'll save money there. I want to see Dutch come back voiced by Arnold. That would be awesome. Maybe Danny Glover also could voice Harrigan. That would be cool, but we'll see. My point is I want something, but if we can't wait for Dan, then I'd say just go ahead and proceed. But they would need a director that really understands this franchise and this species to do it well, not just some random person for low pay. You got to have someone that knows what they're doing and knows their franchise. So we'll see what Disney does in the future with the franchise. They could always wait, a couple of years and see if Dan's contract with Paramount expires, and if he decides, hey, can I come back and work on these films in Predator? They could say, yeah, sure, come back and finish it. That's always an option. But if they want to proceed and make more Pred movies, as soon as possible, then just make sure to get someone that knows what they're doing with the franchise. That's all the updates right now on this franchise. Dan Trachtenberg has left the chat.